Live from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Journalism and Mass Communications, this is Nebraska Nightly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Veronica Fritsch.
And I'm Nicholas Mealy. The annual Ben Nelson Gala took place in Omaha last Friday.
But first, UNL Chancellor Rodney Bennett has finalized his budget cuts to be voted on by the Board of Regents. That's our top story tonight. Chancellor Rodney Bennett announced on Monday the final proposal for budget cut reductions after the Academic Planning Committee opposed many of his recommendations. This final proposal is now cutting earth and atmospheric sciences, educational administration, statistics, textiles and merchandising, and fashion design. The Department of Entomology and Plant Pathology and the Department of Agricultural Economics and Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication will be realigning their departments into two new schools. College of Engineering, the College of Arts and Sciences, and the College of Architecture and the College of the Fine and Performing Arts will each be facing reductions to their budget. Other eliminations across UNL are set to happen, reducing the college's budget by $27.5 million.
Last week, the Statistics Department talked about their frustration towards the numbers used by the university.
That I would have failed any of my students that turned something like this in. It's really hard to fail my class. And I would have failed them in about 3 or 4 different, completely perpendicular ways.
Well, we need to get the metrics correct because people's jobs are relying on this. Student degree programs are relying on this.
As the budget cuts take place, the Board of Regents is expected to vote on the final budget reduction proposal on December 5th.
It's been an unusually warm week in Lincoln for this late in November.
Forecaster Jamison Nichols has more.
Man, it was a beautiful day today. 71 degrees is what we're sitting at right now. That sun was out the entire time and a slight breeze. And look at this. This weekend is a stunner. 70 degrees Saturday, 62 degrees right here on Sunday. That is a stark contrast to this upcoming week where it will cool down a little bit and we are anticipating some rain. Nick?
Week in the political world with the government reopening on Wednesday. Political figures from across the country who advocated against SNAP benefits being cut during the shutdown attended the annual Ben Nelson Gala in Omaha last Friday. Some familiar names took the stage. Speakers included former Senator Ben Nelson, Mayor John Ewing, Governor Andy Beshear, Officer Harry Dunn, and former President Joe Biden. Governor Beshear's speech highlighted some of his accomplishments as governor and some words of encouragement towards the audience. Harry Dunn carried on the evening by discussing the trials and tribulations he endured after serving as a Capitol Police officer on January 6, 2021. President Biden closed off the night with his speech.
You can't be afraid to dream big, not small, big. We have to get back up. Democrats, let's get up. Get up.
The fundraising event raised more than $20,000 for the Nebraska Democratic Party.
Talks about immigration have stirred up again with the recent crackdowns from the Trump administration. In Nebraska, Cornhusker Clink, a new ICE detention center, opened on Sunday. Opponents have had concerns with the recent decisions made by Governor Pillen to open the detention center. ACLU Nebraska expresses its concerns and explains how Nebraskans can act.
So I think one thing that is really important for us all to do is push our local and state administrators to stand up for our immigrant community members. And what has happened in Nebraska is that our state administration has done quite the opposite.
Cornhusker Clink is in its first few days of operation and is facing legal issues already. We will keep you updated on what is to come with Cornhusker Clink in the coming weeks.
The penny is suffering the same fate as the dodo bird or the 8-track player. After 238 years, the U.S. Mint produced its last 1-cent coin on Wednesday. Earlier this year, President Donald Trump announced he ordered the nation to stop making the penny, saying that each one cost nearly 4 cents to make. Other coins, including the nickel, dime, and quarter, will remain in circulation. Although the penny already seems obsolete to some consumers, its removal is causing problems for some merchants, who will now have to round prices either up or down, and dropping the penny will create a greater need for nickels, which are more expensive coin to mint. U.S. Treasurer Brandon Beach emphasized that despite no new coins being made, the penny still remains legal tender.
Of our copper 1-cent coin, let me be crystal clear. The penny remains legal tender. We have over 300 billion pennies that remain in circulation, and we encourage you to use them.
Coin being minted in Philadelphia, the oldest of the United States' 4 active coin pressing facilities. The other 3 are in Denver, San Francisco, and West Point, although the latter 2 primarily produce collectible coins, while the first 2 produce coins for circulation. Treasurer Beach says the savings for taxpayers from discontinuing the penny will be around $56 million per year.
Tariffs continue to reshape the farming economy. The cost of goods has increased nationwide, with consumer prices increasing about 1.8% in 2025. For Nebraska farmers, this impact goes even further. The cost of fertilizer has gone up to about $100 per ton due to the tariffs. This makes an essential part of farming more expensive. Machinery repair prices are up, from tractors' parts to plows. Farmers will now have to spend more to fix machinery and buy equipment. Not all farm products are affected. Crops like corn and beans are more adaptable to shifting markets, while orchards and dairy products are more vulnerable.
Coming up after the break,
a look into some conditions that the Pacific Northwest and Upper Midwest may face this winter.
On average, every Big Ten student wastes 112 pounds of garbage each year, but there's a fix. Make sure you use an Aussie when you dine in and be a part of the change.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. Let's take a look at our weather headlines today. It was a near record-breaking day, 1 degree short of it actually. A great-looking weekend to come and lots of rain expected next week. More on that in a second. Radar's looking real clear. Western Iowa, eastern Nebraska, up here towards southeastern South Dakota, completely devoid of any precipitation whatsoever. And we can see that trend right here with our national radar. You can see a little bit of a cloud band up here from South Dakota through Wyoming, Utah, down into California and into the Pacific Ocean. That will continue to push eastward and will impact us going into Monday. And our precipitation tracker, you can see this highlighted area that I have north of Lincoln, over Omaha, down into the Creston, northern Missouri area. This is going to impact us Monday morning. Whether that will fall as snow or rain is kind of up in the air. It's going to depend on those temperatures and the exact timing. And our first look weather, man, what a day it was today. 49 degrees we started off at 8 o'clock a.m. That quickly rose to the 70s, reaching a climax of 74 by 2 o'clock p.m. 1 degree short, as I mentioned, of the record. And it's going to fall going into tonight, 5 o'clock, 68 degrees. And our 7-day forecast, what a great weekend coming up. 70 degrees on Saturday, 62 Sunday. But Monday into Friday, those temperatures will cool down a little bit, and a lot of rain is expected. Nick?
You know, Jameson, as much as I love the warm weather we're having in Lincoln right now, I can't help but wonder, where's the winter weather?
And so there's actually a system called the El Nino that's going to be pushing in, and that's going to make for a pretty wet, pretty snowy winter. Cooler winter, lots of snow is expected, fast-moving systems, and below average temperatures. I don't like the sounds of that. What about you? No,
I'm not a big fan of the cold myself, but thank you, Jameson. Federal forecasters say the climate pattern known as La Nina will dominate winter this season. The Climate Prediction Center made that assessment on Thursday. La Nina is a climate pattern characterized by cooler than average ocean water in a region along the equator in the tropical Pacific. It is the opposite of El Nino, which is marked by warmer seawater. Forecasters expect a warmer winter for the southern U.S. as well as in California and much of the East Coast and Florida. In the Pacific Northwest and Upper Midwest, cooler than normal conditions are predicted. The Northern Rockies and the Great Lakes region are forecast to get a good amount of snow and rain. Meanwhile, the nation's southern tier is forecast to see a drier than average winter.
It's now been more than 2 weeks into the standoff between Disney and YouTube TV that appears to have no clear end in sight. Disney pulled its content, including ESPN and ABC programming, off of YouTube TV on October 30th after failing to reach a contract agreement. YouTube TV says Disney's asking price would drive up costs for subscribers. Disney claims that YouTube parent Google is using its power to undercut fair industry terms. On Thursday, Disney's chief financial officer told investors that the company is prepared for talks to continue a while longer. It was thought the two entities were close to an agreement to bring back ESPN during the height of sports crossover season. But Disney continued to fight over the price of ABC, which is still free and available to anyone over the air.
Coming up next on Nebraska Nightly, an Omaha dog passes away under suspicious circumstances.
And respiratory virus season is in full swing. Nebraska, owners of an Omaha dog are heartbroken. They say their dog died under suspicious circumstances after a local power company sprayed weed killer. There's no proof that's what killed their dog, but they have filed a legal claim. Mike McKnight has more.
A 5-year-old German Rottweiler named Rush got sick, his owners allege, after Omaha Public Power District sprayed weeds along the OPPD fence.
And that's where I believe the spray came in, right over there, where they were killing all that stuff, and our fans just sucked it up and blew it right on the dog.
The kennel for Rush stood here for years before the facility got built next door, and Chris says OPPD has been a good neighbor until this past August.
They notified us every year before they would spray, and this year they did not notify us.
So unaware of the danger, Chris left Rush in the kennel, while outside photos show a weed killer pattern on both sides of the fence, and green land turned brown on property owned by kennel owner Sandy Nakuda.
The other corner, that's my field, killed that too.
You get over here to where they're never supposed to spray without telling me, and oh my God, it's like oversprayed, horrible. Why?
Soon after, Chris rushed Rush to Omaha Animal Hospital, where Dr. Luke Berglund removed the dog's spleen, expecting a full recovery.
I've been a vet for 23 years. Every splenic hematoma I've removed, the dog's lived a happy, healthy life.
But even after a blood transfusion, Rush got worse.
There's a lot of things that can cause autoimmune disease in animals, and I'm not saying that these chemicals did that, but it is pretty odd that all this stuff started happening after they had their yard or his kennel sprayed.
Can't prove it, but...
Can't prove it. It's hard to prove. And I'm not here to point fingers at anybody. It did raise questions in my mind.
The dog owner says after a month of suffering, Rush had to be euthanized.
It broke my heart. It was like my kid.
OPPD sent me a statement that reads, Our hearts go out to Mr. Keating. We know how difficult it is to lose a beloved pet. We have spoken with him and are working together to find a resolution. OPPD is reviewing its vegetation management procedures to ensure that we are thoughtfully considering the well-being of pets in our communities.
You don't have the absolute proof, but what do you want?
I don't want them to spray nobody else and kill their dog.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't want them allegedly spraying here again.
Legally, a pet is considered property, so Chris filed a damage claim with OPPD, not only for vet bills, but potential lost revenue, because Rush earned stud fees of $1,500 for each breeding 4 times a year. But the breeder says it's not just about money.
He was a member of our family.
Near 2nd and Fort, Mike McKnight, First Alert 6.
We're officially in respiratory virus season, and it's expected to last through mid-May. But there are ways to protect against viruses like COVID-19, influenza, and RSV naturally. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how you can give your immune system a big boost.
It's that time of year again. Respiratory virus season typically peaks between December and February, and as we get deeper into it, it's important that your body is prepared.
I am anticipating, as I think we all are, a rough respiratory season.
Dr. Sarah Nozel with the American Academy of Family Physicians says the first line of defense is vaccination. There are vaccines that protect against flu, RSV, and COVID-19, but there are also natural ways to give your immune system a boost, and that starts with getting your underlying medical conditions under control.
Do you have any medical problems that we should be preparing your asthma medications for the fall and winter? Should we be making sure your diabetes is well controlled?
Next, Nozel says make healthy choices. That includes consistent exercise, staying hydrated, and eating foods like fruits and vegetables.
We want our body to have all of the nutrients, not to be deficient in any nutrients.
Getting good quality sleep is also critical for immune system health, as is managing stress. And Nozel's final tip, make sure everyone in the family frequently washes their hands with soap and water.
When you touch your nose, your mouth, your eyes, or even your face, and your hands have not just been washed, you are likely transmitting small bits of virus to yourself throughout the virus season.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Nozel says that if a patient smokes, one of the best ways to avoid viral infection is to stop smoking or at least cut back on it. She says it would be a great and healthy goal to keep in mind for the new year. Coming up after the break, full coverage from Lincoln Area Media Days.
And highlights from Nebraska women's basketball win over Creighton on Wednesday.
Husker students struggle with food insecurity. Husker Pantry addresses food insecurity and a welcoming space by providing free food and personal items to UNL students in need. Due to high demand, the pantry often runs out of essential items. Help keep the pantry stocked by donating the most needed items. From canned food to personal items and cleaning supplies, you can make a difference by donating. Learn how to donate by visiting pantry.unl.edu.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Trey Marler. As the calendar turns to mid-November, it's officially crossover season as the winter sports ramp up and the fall seasons come to a close. One of those teams just getting their season started is Nebraska men's basketball, as they sit at 3-0 in non-conference play, but are set for their first true test of the regular season as they face Oklahoma tomorrow and Sioux Falls. And for Fred Hoiberg and the Huskers, they are excited to be back in the historic Sanford Pentagon.
It's obviously, our fans love it up there, and we've had two really good atmospheres and environments, and we're expecting another one on Saturday. So, for our guys, it's a fun game to play, against an SEC opponent that was in the tournament a year ago.
It's an amazing arena. It was really cool to play there, and we had a full crowd there last year, really loud, and I'm excited to see Husker Nation show out there too.
Nebraska is set to face off with Oklahoma inside the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls tomorrow. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock. Nebraska brings in the longest winning streak in the country into the game as they have won 7 in a row dating back to last season. Oklahoma leads the all-time series 105-83. Now, our edition of the I-80 series inside PBA as the Nebraska women hosted Creighton on Wednesday. Second quarter, Britt Prince does it herself for the easy two. She would finish with a team-high 18 points. More from the Huskers, Petra Brozon drills the triple. Nebraska would lead 35-14 at the half. Second half, and the rout is on in Lincoln as Callan Hake nails one of her 3 triples on the night. All Huskers as they soar over Creighton 84-50.
And that was definitely on my mind today. And so just being able to go 1-0 today, but also just multiple wins with that recruiting class this morning. And so, yeah, this was pretty fun. We're happy it's a red state again.
I feel like, that momentum, we feel it every day just oozing out of our program. And we're hoping that Husker Nation is feeling that momentum. And we're so blessed to have so many incredible fans jumping on and being a part of it with us.
We're back in action Sunday afternoon against North Dakota State inside the Sanford Pentagon. Over the past week, the best high school players around the area in Lincoln joined the Anderson Hall for the annual Nebraska High School Media Days. One of those teams is Norris, who comes in the year with something to prove after falling in the state semifinal last year as the #1 overall seed. And Nebraska Nightly's Matthew Mills caught up with the Titans senior Chris Garner Jr. yesterday afternoon.
I'm Matthew Mills here with Chris Garner Jr. of Norris. Chris, you've been the most experienced player on the team. You're leading scorer last year. What do you look to? How do you look to take your game to that next level this year?
I think I've had really great experience these last 3 years, and what Moat said. I really grasp the offense really well. So I think just adding another level to my game is also my 3-point ability. So just trying to have success on that and just go above and beyond.
Your coach has a lot of faith in you as well as all your teammates. How does that faith help you guys perform better on the court?
It's big, it just gives us another level of confidence just to go out and play your game and just trust one another.
You and a lot of your teammates are all have been playing together for such a long time. How does that chemistry on the court help you perform, and also how do those moments you have off the court better that chemistry as well?
It's big, we hang out a lot outside of basketball, and I think it just brings us together and makes us play well and just mesh well.
Perfect. And then do you have any team goals or personal goals for this upcoming season?
I'd say more team, winning the EMC. I don't think we've won it 3 years in a row yet. And then, hopefully hanging that banner up at the end of March or mid-March. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
The Pius X Thunderbolts were the talk of the town. Leading the Bolts this season is senior captain Ava Markowski. And Griffin Ward was joined by Markowski to talk about her commitment to UNO and the season ahead. Griffin?
I'm here with forward Ava Markowski. Ava, you committed to UNO previous to your senior year. How do you think that affected going into this season? Did it take your mind off of things, maybe make it a little bit easier?
Yeah, I mean, UNO felt like home, so I committed. But yeah, it feels really nice to be committed and not have to worry about what coaches are coming to my game, how my whole recruitment process is going. So I'm super excited to have found a home.
And how did that recruitment process go for you?
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of slow at first, but then when I got several offers going into my junior season and then my senior season, senior summer, I kind of had a great summer, and that's when UNO offered me, and I decided to say yes.
Perfect. And how do you think your leadership will affect the rest of your underclassmen and maybe even some of your senior teammates?
Yeah, definitely. I think this volleyball season, fall, I play volleyball, so that has definitely helped me to be a leader out on the court. And I know that I looked up to all the other seniors, so now this year the younger classmen looking up to me is a great role to have, and I'm super excited to embrace it.
And as you mentioned, multiple of you are multi-sport athletes. How do you think y'all's dominance in other sports will affect how you play on the court?
Yeah, I definitely think through all of my experiences playing AU, fall volleyball, and just being an athlete has really helped me throughout the years. So,
what do you think is something that maybe fans don't know about this season?
yeah, I think we're all bought in. I think that our team, everyone wants to compete every single day, work hard, and hopefully make a run in the state tournament.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No Nebraska football this week. They're on the bye. Nebraska volleyball traveling out to LA. They have UCLA tonight and then USC on Sunday, guys. So it's been quite the busy week around the College of Journalism. It's been a really busy week, really cool deal. Shout out Jason Stan for kind of putting on the third annual Lincoln Area Media Days. It's just a really cool opportunity for students to come in and get on-camera media experience, and also just for students in the college to come in and get more reporting experience. So a really cool deal that Jason Stan puts on. It's just a cool opportunity for all the players. So we'll be right back after the break.
Okay, so how about this much?
I don't know.
Well, how about this much?
I don't know.
How about,
Actually, I don't know.
okay, maybe this much?
I don't know.
The very tip of your pencil, a fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt. That's how much it takes for a dose of fentanyl to become lethal. Learn more at realdealonfentanyl.com.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. McDonald's is bringing back a fan favorite menu item.
And the northern lights were seen in Nebraska. McDonald's is bringing back something special to its menu. The fast food giant's holiday pie returns for a limited time. The treat has a buttery crust that's glazed with sugar and features rainbow sprinkles. The pie is also filled with a creamy custard.
McDonald's debuted its holiday pie in 1999, quickly becoming a customer favorite. It's not only a classic item that has recently returned. Earlier this week, the McRib also has made a comeback in some locations. A solar storm swept across the nation Tuesday and Wednesday night, inviting bright greens and vibrant reds for the entire nation to witness. On our screen, you can see pictures from the night taken by reporters here at Nebraska Nightly. The northern lights are caused by an interaction between the Earth's magnetic field and charged particles from the sun's atmosphere that enter the Earth's atmosphere. The lights may still be visible tonight between 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. If you plan on going out tonight, here are some photography tips. Drive away from cities for reduced light pollution, look north, and use long exposure on your phone or camera. Stay safe tonight, but have fun.
It's looking like it's going to be a beautiful weekend here in the capital city. Forecaster Jamison Nichols returns with a 3-day forecast.
That's right. It's looking like a really good weekend. 72 degrees on Saturday, falling to the 60s on Sunday. That's going to be a stark contrast to next week. That begs the question, what are you guys doing this weekend?
Well, for me, I'm just going to try to get out there as much as possible, enjoy the nice weather before it gets too cold. Fingers crossed it stays warm for a little longer.
100%.
And then I'm taking my mom to a concert tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to enjoy the warm weather. We're going to go play golf tomorrow afternoon, my buddies and I. You better stay warm, Jameson. You better not be pulling my leg, or I'll have to wear a jacket or something.
Oh, man.
Heard you got a birthday coming up, though.
That's right. Tomorrow.
Do you have any fun plans for your birthday?
Grilling out, seeing the family, just taking it casual.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nice weekend.
Can't complain.
It's probably not too often that you get to enjoy the nice weather.
No.
Thank you for tuning in to Nebraska Nightly.
Be sure to follow us on social media at Nebraska Nightly.
Our next live show will be on Tuesday, November 18th at 4:45 and Friday at 4:30.
Have a great night.
How about that weather?
What's the go-to on the grill?
Oh, ribeye. Got to go with the ribeye.
Ooh.
Nice. What about you?
I'm a burger.